Right, so there's, you know, you know the craziness that's going on right now. I've been following the spiritual side of things. Um, it's to do with first contact for quite some time now. And one of the concerns regarding first contact with extraterrestrials are, well, they don't like being called aliens, right? No, when I talk about aliens before, I was talking about basically the bad ones, you know. But there's a lot of the extraterrestrial races which we've been told, according in the spiritual side of things, you know, Debbie Woolcock talks about it a lot, but you know, I have to say that I have to take a lot of it with a pinch of salt, because to be honest with you, some of the stuff he comes out with is just, yeah, I just need to throw it over my shoulder, because I just can't buy it. But when you look at the Star Trek philosophies, and you look at the history that's ingrained in our stone, you know, to do with, you know, the pyramids and ancient texts and all that, it all refers to what's called the second coming. But we often think about the second coming of Christ, don't we? We think about Jesus coming back. But what if, you know, big what if, what if this second coming is not quite what we're going to expect? There's a lot of talk that Jesus was an extraterrestrial brother. Anyway, let's not get too deep into all the spiritual things. I mean religious things. I don't want to get into all that, because there's that many different variations of it. It's, yeah. What the point is, what I'm getting at, the point I'm trying to make is, one of the biggest concerns of the first contact was the reaction, because of all the negative movies, all the fear mongering about aliens coming. Well, let's just say they call it, all the movies have called it aliens invasion, and where they come down and like snakes and reptiles, and they eat mice, and they eat, yeah, all that fear, right, has created a situation of extreme paranoia and fear in the majority of humanity. How do you circumvent that to prevent that negative response if first contact was to take place? Well, let's say you're in that position where the space brothers and sisters have to come. They have to come here because our planet is in impending doom. Like they say, let's say there's a massive asteroid about to hit our planet, or our sun is about to go supernova, or something really dramatic's about to happen, and they've got no choice but to come and say hi and greetings, earthlings. And what they don't want is for us to start aiming our guns and, you know, at them when they're coming to try and help us out, right? And they also don't want hate speech. They also don't want well, it's not exactly racist, is it? I mean, excuse me. What do you call it when you're visiting? When you meet up with an alien or an extraterrestrial? What do you call it? I mean, illegal alien. I mean, okay, so I've said that, but what is it when if ETs were to come and make first contact with us? What kind of reactions don't you want to happen? You don't want them to start, oh, there's a little green man, or, well, yeah, anyway, you get the picture. So what do you do? I'm looking on the bright side here, just bear with me. What do you do? Oh, well, first thing you'll do is to stop hate speech, I suppose. There's a reptilian. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Can't say anything. I'll get arrested. So maybe that's part of what's going on with this. Yeah. I'm trying to think positively here. Just give me a minute. So maybe that's part of what's going on. I don't know. No, it can't be what's going on. No. I mean, I'm getting negative again. No. This don't make sense, does it, really? But it's something to think about. I mean, what else have we got to think about? I mean, are we even allowed to think anymore? That's the problem, isn't it? You see, it's getting bonkers now. Anyway, so do your homework, look into it yourself, because I'm just some person that's been looking at all this crazy stuff for like 20 years, and, well, yeah, something like that anyway. Maybe 19, 18 years. I think when I first got here, I think I was a little bit, at this location, I mean, I was a little bit like everybody else in the dark about a lot of stuff, and then I had a bit more time on my hands, and I started doing research, but over a period of time, that research has got buried. It's got buried under a lot of propaganda and a lot more nonsense, and it's hard to dig it out. But there was also there was this thing, right, that talked about, we've always been afraid of Martians invading planet Earth. There's all these movies about Martians coming down and invading, attacking Earth, and Mars against Earth and all that stuff. There was this stuff I read online. Well, I don't know, 17 years ago, maybe 12 years ago. I can't remember exactly when it was, but it said, I don't even know if I can say it actually, but it actually said that the Martians are already here, and when Mars was destroyed millions of years ago, a small scout ship of Martians landed here and lived out most of their existence and survived in the Amazon rainforests, and over a period of time, because their technology that they brought with them eventually broke down, they discovered that they couldn't repair it because the Earth's minerals were not suited to their previous existence. So what ended up happening was that they devolved into basically like us. They became more like primitives, like the rest of the planet, because we were primitives back then as well. So they kind of came back down to our level, if you know what I mean. And then they just slowly over thousands and thousands of years, they just slowly came back up alongside humanity at the same, at the same technological levels, So they basically had to start from scratch. This is part of what I read about, but I can't remember the title of it now. I can't even, I don't, you see, if I can't remember the title, I can't search it and find it and stick a link in, can I? But it was got something to do with, they used to like these big stone balls, like there was loads of them all scattered around. I don't know if you know about that, but I'm not sure if it was something related to the I just can't remember right now. Anyway, so and I'm getting off topic anyway, but basically what I'm looking at this positively is that maybe that's the reason why some of our free speech has been crushed. But at the same time, it's gone to the extremes now. It's got ridiculous now that you're not even allowed to stand somewhere without getting arrested. I mean, come on. I mean, yeah, there's something seriously wrong about that. Is it hypothesis? Hypothetical sort of analogy of what might be a more positive aspect to looking at this ongoing situation in our country. But yeah, I just, you can't really put your finger on it without some sort of solid evidence from that. But then we've seen what happened to the other countries where this has happened, where these boat people came. We've seen what happened to them, and it always ends badly, doesn't it? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Is it a test? Is it a test? That is the question. So the big question is this just a test to see what kind of reaction there is? But then why would there be documentation saying that it's about the melting pot, if you know what that is, the melting pot where it's mixed, everyone's mixed, and there's no single, there's no multiple races anymore, they're all, yeah, I don't know. I can't, it's too big for my little brain. Anyway. See you later. I've just realised I've got a shortcut key now, haven't I? I'll do that because otherwise I won't know.